Hi, this is Blake, Blake's Barbecue, and just doing a quick video of end-to-end brisket smoke. This is our big green egg, and I just took everything out, removed all of the old charcoal and all the dust and suet. And here's Stella. This is Stella. That's my helper right there. Where are you going, Stella? Okay. So this evening, we're going to put about a 13-pound prime brisket on the big green egg here, and just going to walk through that process. It won't take too long, but something fun that I like to do. And there's Stella right there, scared the camera for some reason. Get it, get it. Come on, get it. Okay. All right. She just wants to play. You want to get it? Okay. So what I'm using for these long cooks, the best thing that I like to use is Jealous Devil extra large lump charcoal. That stuff right there, that stuff, oh, and there's still again. That stuff will last 20 plus hours, and this is what I typically use for my long smokes. So I like it, and it gives a really good taste to it. And there's still again. Anyway, we'll be back later for the next part. See ya. Okay, we're back, and we're getting ready to start the egg, get it going. There's our charcoal. I've got a big green egg starter in there, so we're going to go ahead and light that, get that thing going. And what you're going to see down here is got the Egg Genius. This thing works great. The green Egg Genius keeps that temperature and monitors that meat all night long for this entire smoke, which I suspect is probably going to be 15 to 18 hours. So I'll be back with once this thing gets ready. Okay, back at it. We got this thing going pretty good. It's not ready just yet, but I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that I like to do, and what that consists of. Well, first off, here's the Egg Genius. We're going to go and get that put in place here. And sorry for the video. I'm trying to do this and videotape at the same time. I'll get this popped in here. Actually, got to plug it in first. Get some power going. All right, it is in there and plugged in, obviously, right there. I'm filming this on a GoPro Hero 11, by the way, if you were wondering. But there's two probes, one for the meat and one for the grill. What I do is I take the probe and I stick it up here on the outside thermometer. Right there, that guy. I stick him right there on him. The reason I do that, there he is, because it gets, I think it gets too hot down on the grate, and I want it, how the egg does heat, it's going to come up from here and go down, so I want to measure my temperature up here. So it's going, and I'm going to go ahead and start the big green egg app here, and you can see here that the pit temp is 60 degrees because it's up at the top, but the meat probe is right here. Obviously haven't plugged it in yet. So we're gonna keep going here, and since that, I'll show you what that looks like without the light on it. You can see some coals in there, so they're lit up. Now we're gonna go ahead and get our plate setter on there. And the next step that I do is I will water drip pan, and I'll put in here. Keep everything nice and moist. I don't, when I do my briskets, I don't open up the egg at all. To spritz it, I'll just let it go until it's done. So stick of butter, pour some water in here. The Big Green egg retains moisture so well that sometimes this really isn't necessary, but I like to do it anyway. There that is. Alright. Let's see how we're doing. Alright, so next, let's get that grate on. This is the cast iron. I need to get new grip because this one's been bent, so it doesn't work very good. But I need to get a new one of these, or a different method to bring this on. This is the cast iron. I've probably cooked on this, I don't know, probably 50 or so times, and I've never cleaned it once. Cast iron, that thing is seasoned so well that you don't really have to. I could put a steak on right now and it would be nice and seasoned. So, all right, let's see here. Here's our guest of honor, the old brisket. So I have it back, and I seasoned it with salt lick rub. So it's got some salt lick rub on there, and I might actually put some more on there. So I'm gonna go get some more of that, sprinkle that. I'll be right back. All right, so here's that rub I was talking about. Salt lick, dry rub. Salt lick is a barbecue restaurant down in Dripping Springs, and I think they expanded a little bit more. Dripping Springs, which is south of Austin. So I love this stuff. It's so good. So we're gonna put this brisket on here, and let me get to the app. So we're gonna get the starter going as well. So temperature is getting really good. So let's unwrap this bad boy. I can see that right there. I'm gonna put the camera back down over here. I'm gonna unwrap this thing and get it on the pit. All right. Mustard. Everybody does this. Well, not everybody, but I do it. Put mustard on there. That keeps the spices, rub adhered to it. So now I'm gonna, as you can see or may not see or tell, this thing, the fat side is up. So I got the fat side up here, and that's how I'm gonna cook it. The fat side up. So let's get this bad boy on here. This is about a 13 pounder, 13 pounds. And I'll put the fat side in the back. On there. It's about, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good for us. A little messy. Not a big deal at all. Get this over here closer. And go ahead and get this meat probe in. I'm going to stick it in the thickest part about right here. So that meat probe's on there. I'm going to go ahead and start my timer over here. Get my timer going. And what I also like to do is I take a picture of before and after of all of my cooks. So this is the before, and then we'll take another picture of the after. All right, and there's our helper out there. Hey, Stella. Hey, what you doing? Oh, she wants to play. Yeah. Now we're cooking. We're smoking meats right now, Stella. We're not playing. She just loves to play. She's a border collie. She's about 2.5 years old. She loves to play. All right, so pit temp 102, and that's coming up the top. The meat's only 35, so say goodnight to this brisket, and we will see this thing in the morning. So there he goes. He's closed up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this top on, and what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna set this temperature on here on the app to I probably don't need this light anymore. I'm gonna set it to 225. Actually, we're gonna go 230, and that's going to be the temp that we're going to smoke this guy on. So set temp 230, pit temp. You can see that thing is climbing, and eventually up here I'm gonna close this daisy wheel, and we'll get it closed up just a hair to let that airflow come through. But yep, meat temp's only 35. Now, as you know or may not know, with briskets, we're gonna hit that stall probably about 160, and it's gonna sit there for a number of hours before it starts getting back up, and we'll probably get it up to 203 degrees. I think that's the temperature we're gonna get it up to and take it off. So anyway, that's it. And right now the time is 7:30 p.m. I suspect this thing is going to be cooking for the next, I'd say probably 18-20 hours. The last one I did cooked for about 19.5 hours. So I like to do it low and slow. Anyway, that's it for this part of our cook. And I guess next time we'll see you. This thing will be done. See ya. All right, so good morning. Just doing a quick check-in. It's been 13 hours 46 minutes, and you can see here that the brisket temp is 179. Pit temp is perfect at 230, just exactly where we set it. You can see here the yellow is the probably doesn't focus, but the yellow is the meat temp. You can see where we kind of hit pretty high, and then we hit the stall. The stall is basically where it kind of flatlined, and then we started increasing. So we're getting there. Like I said, 13 hours 47 minutes, and suspect probably another 2 or 3 hours and we'll probably be done. And good morning, Stella. How are you? Oh, you just keep playing, huh? There she goes again. Yeah, that's my barbecue buddy right there, my little Stella. She loves to play. We'll do a video on her another time. No, shh. It's too early if you're barking. It's too early. All right. We'll see y'all after a while. All right, so we just hit 203 on the internal brisket temp, and total time 16 hours 57 minutes, nearly 17 hours for this smoke. And I'm going to open this thing up. This is the first time that I've opened it up since we closed it and started cooking it last night. So this is the first time. Let's take a look and see how this thing looks. Oh boy, look at that. That looks so good. So what I'm going to do is go into the app, and I'm going to add some notes here. Finished after 17 hours. And the time now is roughly 12:30. So pretty good cook. And I'm going to go ahead and stop this cook, and we'll be done. All right, so that's what that thing looks like right there. Now I'm going to take it off. Next steps are to, oh, you smell that, Stella? You smell that? Oh, she smells that. Next steps are to get this thing over here on the butcher paper, wrap it up real good, and I'm going to put it back in the egg to stay warm for a few hours until we get going to our potluck lunch this afternoon at church. So I'll put the camera right here. Hopefully y'all can see that. I'm going to transfer it over to the butcher paper here and try not to drop it. Close that bottom, pull out that probe, get that probe out, get our gloves on here. I know you smell that, Stella. I know you do. I know you do, dog. This dog's a beggar, I'll tell you what. Oh, this thing is so jiggly. It is a jiggly piece of meat, and I'm gonna try not to damage it as I move it over here. Oh boy, look at that. Whew. Doesn't that thing look just beautiful? Oh, what a beautiful piece of meat that is right there, folks. I'll tell you what. Whew. Look at that. Nice and jiggly. Oh yeah. Wow, I gotta get it wrapped up. I don't want it to get too cold now. I'm going to just pinch off a small piece of that right there. Yep. Very good. That's a spicy piece right there. Alright, so wrapping this thing up in butcher paper. And then I'm going to wrap it up in tin foil as well. Butcher paper, and keep it from drying out. What? I'm going to do another piece of butcher paper going the other way. I don't want this thing drying out at all. So let's just do another piece of butcher paper. Go a long way here. This paper's going to keep it from drying out. Now we're going to take this extra seal here. Close those in. There we go. Now we're going to take him, put him back on the egg here. Stay warm. Put our cover on here. We are sitting about a little over 200 degrees. I'm gonna keep this on here until it gets down to maybe 50 or so. Then I'll transport it into the oven. I'll keep it warm until we leave later today. So I'll be back, maybe some pictures or video with us cutting into it. Thanks. See ya.